don't have any glass anymore. Strictly paper.
I gave you some.
And
tried to shotgun it to you. I tried to shotgun to you.
Tony, shut the fuck up real quick. I just realized something. I forgot something actually. Forgot this is a podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlethems, it is
sometime in April
2024 at the time of this recording. Welcome to another episode of Woken Boke. Boom! Episode
203.
To be exact, I am your host, Connor Boyd, joined as always by my best friend from the great city of St. Louis, Missouri, Mr. Motherfricking Tony Goddamn Harrop.
And also Buck.
Also follow us on Twitter. We have a Twitter at wokenbokepod and an Instagram at wokenbokepodcast to get updates on the podcast every week, and reach out to our Gmail, wokenbokepodcast@gmail.com. That's wokenbokepodcast@gmail.com with your questions, comments, and suggestions, and we will read them on the show. Links to all these are listed in the show description.
Woo! Ow! I mean, that's, yeah, I'm back in my stoner art completely. Connor knows I just I before I met him, I had just stopped smoking, and I used to smoke like ridiculous amounts. And after almost a year, I decided to pick it up. Actually, it started because I was playing Lego Fortnite, and I was like sitting there with my friends, and they were all getting stoned, and I was we were on like Discord, and they were all getting stoned. And I was like, dude, you know what? Like, because the reason I stopped is because I was like very unhealthy with it. I was smoking like ridiculous amounts. It was giving me like paranoia. I had smoked my whole life, but I digress. And I was just like, I'm just going to go to the fucking bodega and get a little like Benjamin and just hop on the train. And then I started doing it. And now I'm just like, I'm back, baby. I'm taking BZ rips with my boys.
Yeah, it's funny. When I moved back home, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna strictly do edibles, for a while, just because I have asthma. But then slowly, I was like, all right, I'll do that, but I'll have J's on the weekend. I mean, surely I can do that. And then I'm like, surely one joint a day isn't too much. And now I'm nice. Struggling because I pre-rolled like half an ounce of J's, and they were gone within like a week and a half. So I was like, man, all right, really gotta like figure something out here. But I think smaller J's.
Weed has way too easy of a tolerance to build.
It really does.
Builds way too goddamn quickly.
And it's just too accessible. I mean, that's obvious. That's like an obvious thing. Like, it is so accessible, and it is just such an experience. Like, the ritual of it. We were talking about this in my stream the other day. Like, anything can be like ritualistic, but like the J thing, like when I was growing up, we grew up smoking blunts. Like, I didn't even see glass or a J until I was like almost in college. And the whole ritual of like rolling it was just nice. And then you get to smoke it, obviously, which is the celebration of it, but it is nice. Like, like that whole, like, I'm going to smoke, you get in the mode of it, I don't know. Like, I like doing that. So it's hard to like that's why doing the edibles or even doing the pen or even doing like just like something quick like that is like not nearly as, I don't know, exciting as just like rolling up a fire J and then getting to smoke it while you're chilling. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah. That's what I think.
The edibles smack, I dropped a 100 Milbert when I went to see Toon.
Ooh, and Jesus Christ.
I was just violently high. Whoa. And I was sitting in the first row behind the handicap at the IMAX. So it was just like right here in front of me. And there was points where it was so immersive. I like couldn't feel my seat. I felt like I was falling. I was like,
Bro, that's insane, dude.
That's so good, dude.
I went with my whole family too. My sister was just next to me. I was like, this is too much right now.
Bro, I feel like your family has to know when we're just completely destroyed. Because like when I came over to his when I came to that play I don't want to like dox you, but like when I came over to when we took that trip over to that town,
Oh, yeah.
over Christmas and then stayed in the basement. And we were taking like 50, 100 milligrams, a day, and just like hanging around upstairs and like at that dinner,
just zombified, like.
It's so annoying how my family is like able to pick up when someone's stoned because they're secretly degenerates themselves, but like there's like this chagrin. That's probably not the right word, but there's this it's bad to be high. Like there's a stigma. That's what I'm looking for. A stigma.
Yeah, stigma.
To be high on or I feel like it's like a sad thing. I feel sad. Like my parents.
Right.
So just like
you're oppressed. Your weed smoking has caused you oppression. I don't know. Like it's different. In my house, it used to be like that, which is really funny. Like I used to get in mad trouble for smoking weed, and like I got in trouble when I got caught. But I started smoking young. But when I smoke at my parents' house, like I'll just smoke in the house late at night. Like when I was working on the table, me and my dad would like hit the bowl. Like it's kind of just expected, I guess. Like it's just like been ingrained. Like in both my mom and my dad both burn. But like I don't know. Like
hell yeah.
It's still there's still like a.
I feel like my
still
parents
like
would love it if they just discovered it, but they haven't. It's just.
I got lucky because my cousin, who's my brother's age, so he's like 3-4 years younger than me. He's like a professional, like that's his profession, is growing weed at a farm and stuff like that.
Is this the cousin who was wearing the beanie when we were there?
Yeah,
that guy worked. Yeah, I forget that. So it's just like assumed.
That's fucking wild.
And he has, I'll send you guys a picture, but he has like 2 full ass tents in his basement. In his parents' basement. He's just living at home right now. But they're just full ass, like big square black tents, and he just has like weed plants growing. I think I showed you his setup in the garage. I guess he moved it to the basement now, but he used to just have plants hanging from the ceiling in his garage. Because he has to practice, at home to get better at work. And he has like a card to where if he gets stopped by police, he can be like, I smell like weed because I work with weed. So he's
damn, I need the work with weed card. That's like the ultimate.
I work with weed every day.
Right.
I work with weed.
Yeah.
No, you don't understand. I'm a weed sommelier.
And I'm also really high.
Yeah. I'm high behind the wheel of this car right now. But I work.
You can't touch me though.
But I'm untouchable. Your Honor, I work with alcohol. Okay. I have to try these things. Before who's
gonna know how dangerous it is to drink and drive?
It's a 48-minute commute. Okay, it's not that dangerous.
How are they gonna find out if I don't do this?
He actually does have an hour commute to work, which is nuts. He wakes up at 4:30, drives an hour, gets home at 5:30, goes to bed at 8:30. It's his life.
Bro, my Steam Deck has just decided to start looking like this. And
this is what mine looks.
It's like hieroglyphs, like quickly flashing.
Look, mine's Evangelion. You can see the background.
I mean, that's fucking cool. This is like LED Keeper 2. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Come on.
Like, I think I updated something and motherfucker.
I love this shit. This shit rocks, honestly. This is like one of the best things I ever got.
Only deck I got is Magic the Gathering deck. You play that, Buck, by the way?
No, I don't. A lot of my friends do. I know about MTG.
Elgato products.
I collect cards. I don't play the games. I know the only card game I ever really played was Yu-Gi-Oh.
I did too.
Yeah,
so I was like off Magic for like 5 years, but now I got back and I got friends to play with, so I'm just like,
MTG is
missing this.
MTG is super lit.
Max and I used to go to like fucking Denny's and play Yu-Gi-Oh in college.
That's tight.
You can play it on your phone and on your
Max Sansa.
Oh, there's online.
Yeah, there's phone, and it's like the real rules, which is cool for Yu-Gi-Oh. At least now, I don't know about Magic the Gathering. Yo, there's a new game. This is so off topic. There's this game that's like the most streamed game right now, and it's called Balatro. Have you heard of Balatro? And this
No.
game's on Steam, and it's like this card game. How do I explain it? Basically, it's like it looks like solitaire if you look at it, but it's more like poker. And you're basically just like making hands and trying to beat like whatever the threshold is for money. And that's it. And it's like this, it's like a fucking mini game, but it's so fire. Mad people play it. It's about to come to mobile. And it look my friend Oakley plays it, just gets ripped and just plays it. He loves it. Look it up.
I feel like it would make you better at poker.
No, it doesn't make you better at poker. It's not like poker at all. It's just like kind of like you're just making hands. It's very, very like it's very, very flash gamey when you really play it. You realize that it's just like a adrenaline rush of just cashing it.
Yeah, it looks like fucking Hotline Miami, like
yeah, it does.
Can you win real money with it?
No. It's just literally. I think it's like $15. It's like a real game. People stream it. It's mad fun.
You place real bets.
I really want to play it though. Like it looks a lot of fun. My friend Oakley plays it a lot. I see it on Twitch all the time.
No, it looks pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically baller.
I only got time for one card game.
MTG?
Which is what?
MTG.
Cardinals game?
Yeah, the Cardinals.
We got time for one cards game.
I'm actually doing my uncle asked me to be in his fantasy baseball league. So next week, this past week, I was at his other league's draft just so I could see what goes on. And now I'm going back this weekend. And it's going to be like me and like 9 other like 60 to 70-year-old men.
Yo, all I heard was my uncle wants me to be in his fantasy, and what? Hey, yo.
Knock it off.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Knock it off.
My brother-in-law's in a fantasy baseball league. That shit. I do fantasy football, I love baseball. Is my favorite sport. Fantasy baseball looks like a fucking mess, bro. Like I would never want to do that. I'm not gonna lie.
It's way different than fantasy football.
But there's so many games, and like how do you get points, and like it's wild. Like I don't know how you can even really be that great at that. But
it's really just
good luck to you.
Thank you. I could win $500. So
real quick, my parents just sent me a picture of. I got a dog.
What'd they name her or him?
Franny. Her name's Franny.
She's adorable.
Little pupster.
She. Right.
Yeah, little pupster.
Insane.
Very young pupster.
I'm just gonna like drop by their house unannounced. Be like, "Where's?"
Let me claw the dog's entire skull like Thanos.
Right.
That's what Tony always
Pick it
does.
up by its head.
Growing up, that's what Tony would always do. Just grab the dog by its face. Yeah.
They like it. They like
it. They like it. They do like it. They really love it.
Any attention they enjoy it. Dude, Buck, did you see Toon?
Dune?
Yeah, Dune 2. Toon.
Oh yeah, I saw Dune and I was so absolutely ripped out of my goddamn mind. It was incredible. I went with Oakley and we smoked like 2 blunts on the way to the Dolby Atmos theater. And we sat in like the perfect spots. I texted him, I said, I'm coming home, I want to see Dune. He was like, I already bought us tickets. I was like, let's go. Yeah, I was so gassed. We were fucking faced. We were so lit.
That's so
and
sick.
I had watched the first one a while ago. I didn't get to see it in the theater. I liked it, but I thought it was very long. But the story and the lore was really, really good, and visually, obviously, it was amazing. And I was already, I was already into the Star Wars nerdy shit. You know me, so it resonated, and I knew it had potential. And then when 2 came, I watched like a full recap, and it gave me way more background book lore. So like right before I watched the second one, I like kind of knew some more shit. And the second one was just like, I don't know, like obviously there's been so many memes. Connor and I have talked about it extensively, but it absolutely blew me away. I really, really loved I just love the choices for creating like this world on a planet that is is not like Star Wars. That's like a different planet that's far, far away a long time ago. It's like Earth, but in the future, not Earth, but the same universe in the future. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's like a really cool, I think that adds more depth to it. Like this could be us or some shit. I know that's like kind of stupid, but I think that made me buy into it a little bit more, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, what did you guys think? I don't want to like take the whole floor. So
What did you think, Connor? Yeah, you already know.
Shit,
you
I feel
you
like
loved it.
yeah, I've talked about it a lot. What did you think?
I really liked it. There were some things that bothered me about it though, and it might have just been because I was so frickety fried that I just like got the wrong vibe or something. But Javier Bardem and just the comedy in general of it felt a little heavy-handed. I was like, okay, there's a lot of joking going around, and this is some dire situations. Kind of, I don't know. It didn't get a lot of laughs in my theater either. I heard other people talk about it, and people were just laughing nonstop. It was crazy. I was like, this not my audience, I guess. But,
I don't know. I was fried. I probably was too scared to laugh. Like I felt like I was witnessing something really great.
Paul Atreides is evil.
I was like, why are you guys laughing? I don't know. Yeah, it was corny. I mean, like there was some corny parts, definitely, but it didn't give me like, I don't know, when you watch, I know I'm going to compare to Star Wars a lot, but I don't know if that's already annoying, but like when you look at Star Wars and like the quippiness of it and like how that's done, like the originals are done very, very goofy and funny, right? And it still told a story that had like a lot of like weight to it, and you know let people die for that shit. And then later on, it felt like way more like forced and not as like cutesy. I mean, the prequels were, the first one is like totally just like a fucking toy commercial. That's how it feels. And then when you compare it to like what Dune is, it feels like a little less quippy, maybe just a little bit more out of place. I think there's like a lot of dialogue and like you have to like thug through a lot. So there has to be some sort of comedic break there too. I don't know. It wasn't like the first one. I didn't think it was like that, but the second one, I can understand what you mean. You know, like I do get that.
Yeah, I didn't get that at all in the first one, really. There was like one joke I can remember when Jason Momoa was like, oh, you've been working out. He's like, really? He's like, no.
But I was going to say this. Anytime he's on the screen, I'm like, I don't believe this shit.
Jason Momoa or
like
Timothy?
Jason. Whenever time he's on the screen, I'm like, yeah, like I'm just not buying it. Like I'm just not buying
Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
we
my dad
we
really
call him
did
Jason
not
Momoa. I forget why. It seems
Young
Jason
Momers.
Jason Momoa
Jason
is hilarious.
Momoa.
I felt like I was saying.
I hope that's not. I hope that's. I hope. I realize. I hope that's
Momoa.
not culturally insensitive that we call him Jason Momoa. But
No, it's just a nickname. Like it was
like
from when we were
nickname,
standing in the parking lot after seeing Aquaman, and you were like, Jason Momoa, we're at war with the crustaceans. Like I don't know, I was just in the moment, just saying his name could be, and it stuck. I think he can handle it.
My dad told me. I told my dad to go see Dune. It's the second one because he watched the first one with me. And he was like, he saw it and he was like, I don't really like Timothée Chalamet. I don't think he's really a badass. They try to make him a badass and he's not a badass. That's what my dad said. I was like, oh, okay.
I can see
you
that
know
a
what's,
little bit.
crazy about that?
I just think that's so funny.
Is I haven't read Dune. I'm
Badass.
only about halfway into it, but that is the one element where it's like he was actually perfectly cast as Paul.
I think so too. That's why it kind of bothered me. He said that. I was like, I think it's perfect. Like I really like it.
How else was that experience though, Tony? You were off 100 millibergs.
Probably the most intense fucking part. What's that? The most intense part was probably when his mom drank the blue goo, and then she started having a seizure.
That was.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
the water of.
I love how they're like,
demonic
the water
shit.
of life.
If you drink this, you will die.
The
if
water
you drink
of
this,
life.
you may see. And it's like, which one is it?
And she's like, drink it. And then she just has to
Drink
guzzle
it.
that shit. Yeah, man.
Dude, that part was crazy. I also just loved, I mean, bro, like I really did love it. I can't lie. I loved it a lot. And I really just loved like the visual aspect when what is his name, Fade or Shade or whatever, when they first
Fade
show him
Rotha.
and they show him in the arena, and it's just like this full black and white. Apparently, they shot it in black and white, and they also shot it in like thermal. And that's how they got that effect. Infrared.
So
that's how they got that like super white and black effect. And I was like, this is wild. Like I was like, I love this. This triangle is so strange. And like it just visually that like full pan out like of what you when you first are pulling up to it is so incredible. I love
the
that scene.
part where
100%.
he fucking is on the worm and he stands up and the music is like I was like, it's like that meme of SpongeBob like floating, like that shit was literally me. I was just transcending in that moment.
For
the
sure.
music is insane. It's like,
some of the parts were really like corny though too. Like he just like, of course he goes and gets like the biggest worm possible. I was just like, I know that's like part of the lore, but it's just like the way they like mocked it up was just felt so goofy.
The big ass SpongeBob
He's gonna get
worm.
the biggest one ever, and they're all like, yeah.
But that's the other thing is like the story is not only climaxing in that moment for that film, but also the prior film, like the whole arc of the because it's Dune Part 1 and 2, so it's really just one story. So it's one of the climaxes of like the structure of that story, and it's like, man, that climax with the music, with the visuals, with the IMAX sound of the air whooshing by and all the crazy worm sand sounds and them like all cheering and everything. It's like it's such an apex emotionally. Like when I watched it, I got goosebumps all over.
Oh yeah,
you know, it's just like
For
holy
sure.
shit, because it's emotionally, it's like you're really excited, but it's so ominous at the same time. Like you're excited for him that he's just so legit. He's so just like he's our hero. He's our protagonist, and he hasn't necessarily done anything, you know, yet
to that point. Yeah,
he hasn't really lost it.
He's just doing like prophecy, like stuff that, you know, like that just like appeals so much to them, and then himself too. Even like him, you know, he in his like dialogues, he comes off more humble, but like when he finally gets to the South, you kind of realize he's not as humble as he is. You know, he's like even though he might be acting, you know, to whatever, you know, to Chani or telling her what, you know, that this is really me. Like he's completely not. Like you can definitely tell that the power is getting to him, and that he knows that he knows that he could be like a prophet. But I don't know. I don't think he is. But I haven't read anything. So
the other cool thing about Paul Atreides as a character is like he is like there are these like superhuman elements to him where like that's part of the reason he's able to see visions and see the future and see all these paths is because of the, you know, Bene Gesserit engineering. And it's just fucking crazy because it's like a training he's had since he was a kid. And yeah, it's just a fucking cool world. I'm actually working on, my editors and I have been working on, part of the reason I'm finishing Dune the book is to make this video that's kind of like a love letter to Star Wars and Dune, and it kind of has this conclusion about
I love that.
About how art's kind of like this endlessly like gratifying, satisfying thing to be into because you just keep finding new things that expand the scope of your knowledge of the history of art and of all mediums and things. You know, it's going to be kind of like a video essay. So I'm excited. I'm excited to make that.
Really branching out the content.
That gets me geeked. Yeah, that gets me geeked. And I would watch the living fuck out of that.
Yeah. Like eventually when I'm not so like on a daily basis, just like, you know, and I don't say this to complain either, but like on a daily basis, feeling like sluggish and kind of burnt out and depressed and like, oh, this fucking bullshit. It's raining every day. And like, I'm broke as literal fuck. Like I just, I'm like, like I have things going on, but it's just, you know, it's just like when I'm less weighed down by by many things. I'd love to do more YouTube. I'd probably need even more help than I'm getting from like a organization and producing standpoint. But I'm already getting a lot of help, and we have like one of my editors is like a producer type. And they did the little research for me, so like I can go and read that stuff and include it in the video, so it'll have also like this subjective informational value to it. And you know, in a perfect world, I'd love to do one of those like a month. So, anyways, I'm going on and on, but
no.
But I just fuck with Dune. I just fuck with Dune a lot, and I'm trying to read Dune 1 so I can get to Messiah, because that's when I think it gets really interesting. Is like, what happens after this prophecy, you know, whether it comes to pass or not, you know.
I was a bawdy little monkey, and I watched a video that spoiled a body.
B-A-W-D-Y. Oh, you were a bawdy.
I was a bawdy little monkey, and I watched a video that told me what happened in all 6 books. So I know.
You couldn't help yourself.
Couldn't help myself.
Is it crazy?
It's pretty nuts. Should I just tell you guys exactly what happens?
No. Give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. That's all I want.
Yeah.
I mean, some thumbs up, I think. I mean, yeah, it's hard to give too much of a nuanced opinion on it.
Well, you like Warhammer, which I've heard takes big inspiration.
Wow, that's insane.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
do you not know? Yeah, Tony's...
That's a world that I am not even confident in speaking on either. So I would love to hear about Warhammer.
Tony's
all I know is what's
brother
his name?
And his dad and
Henry
Cavill.
What is his name?
Henry Cavill likes it.
Henry Cavill, yeah. We were stoked on that here.
I always see it in the card shops when I'm buying Pokemon cards.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, it's a lot of fun painting and playing with those. But as far as like the lore of it, I see some parallels, I guess. But yeah,
I don't know. That's what I've heard. I don't know.
I won't.
Really?
I'm afraid to say anything that spoils anything, so I won't say anything.
Don't.
Even like little, things that you might not have known about.
Don't even say little shit.
Don't say nothing, mate.
Exactly.
Don't say nothing about
I'm repacking me bong right now.
Very nice.
Engaged.
Oh, you are? Should I?
Oh, yeah. What's going to happen?
The thing is we were talking about Kush earlier. The thing is my tolerance I'm already just going through wax like it's...
Oh, that's how I feel about my weed, dude. Look at my little weed jar. Look at how cute this is. I've had this for years.
Nice.
It's like a little
there we go. There we go. That's adorable. Fuck.
Thank you.
Fucking adorable, dog.
But, no, I know what you're saying though. It's like I spoke to Jay the other day, and then I came inside, and I was like, I just feel normal right now. I don't feel,
dude. That's what
I'm saying. Keep like the bog.
My journey has been So my whole time in New York. Okay, first building I ever lived in, no smoking indoors whatsoever. Right. I did go through a phase where when I had a job, my first full-time job, I would just buy weed and roll up a J and go out in the street and smoke it. But when you have to go outside that often, you almost like terrorize the neighborhood and your roommates because you're just fucking blazing weed in the street all fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But then I moved to a place where I could smoke indoors. And then I moved to another place where I could smoke indoors, and then I got a bong.
Nice.
And then that was like halcyon days. That was like the greatest days of my life. Was just like laying in bed watching My Hero Academia, ripping a fucking bong, like throwing ice in the catcher and shit, just ripping a bong. And then I moved in with Trish in this apartment, and we cannot smoke weed indoors. No. So I've gone through this cycle of like trying all these different vaping products, then smoking like a pen, which literally feels like it's drilling a fucking hole in your lung, or like going outside and smoking fucking 9 J's a day. And then finally, this finally works as something that I can do that like will get me ripped and I don't have to fucking be outside. Mm-hmm. So it's been a long journey to finally get here.
Nice.
But how much are you loading into each of these Puffco?
Yeah, what's the deal? What's the dosage?
How far are you taking a gram? Oh,
A gram got eliminated in a day recently. So
oh my
What?
God. Bro,
Holy
no.
fucking Christ.
yeah,
bad.
bro. I cracked this gram today, and it's like it's.
Did that send
Look,
you back to the Stone Ages? Or were you
there's-
just back on all
there's
fours?
merely one amoebic
I would have
booger
been.
left.
I would have been going back into the ocean at that point, and
Right.
just completely just de-evolve and just be different, not even be a human being.
I've already had to
It's
do a
ridiculous.
full body like ISO soak
Look how
of this thing
crazy that
in like a
shit
couple
looks,
weeks.
dude. Put that in the camera. I gotta look at it.
Yeah.
So this is the new Peak Pro where it's like
future.
where it's like
out of the Puffco.
it's smaller. There's the Puffco here, and then you click. Where is it? This is the little vibration button you click,
Oh, that's very
Oh
nice. It
my.
and you can
vibrates.
change the temperatures. So that's lowest.
Very cool.
That's
this
normal.
is not sponsored by Puffco yet.
Not yet. No.
Not yet.
So
Man.
boom, boom, bip, and then it's smaller though. It's like a smaller device than the usual big ones. At least I'm pretty sure. And you throw your shit in there.
That's
Throw
really
this
heat,
bad boy on
honestly.
top, and
That
then
shit
you
goes so hard. Ooh, and I love that little joystick. That's like a little
Yeah, it's a
C-stick
joystick
on
to
a
get
fucking
air in there
GameCube.
while you suck it in.
It's this-
It's tight, bro.
Damn, that shit's
I thought it was
got
While
me
you
onto it.
suck
I
that
thought it
shit in.
was stirring the wax around. I didn't realize it was like a. I never opened
Yeah, you have
it.
to churn it into butter.
Churning it.
Yeah. I thought it was for churning. I thought it was for churning butter.
I thought it was for churning butter.
So like this is like your normal. This is like your normal.
That's a booger.
But this is like normal for me. This is basically every. The problem is basically
normal.
every hit is this big.
This is normal. This is
Because then you do
100%
this, you put the
normal.
nail, and then boom,
Just
All right,
falls
right,
off.
Let's see
it
it.
just falls off the bone.
Oh, you're not
every
gonna do
time.
it. You're not gonna do it.
No, I'm gonna do it right now.
Oh, you're gonna do it.
You never load one in
Demonstration.
there and just not do it.
Yeah, you
Right.
don't just fake it
Yeah, what
out.
the fwig?
What the frig he was gonna
I
always
don't
gonna do it.
know.
He was literally
And
always
I'm
gonna
already
do
out
it.
almost.
Literally.
But luckily, I also got a bunch of edibles as well. Don't worry, I got edibles for backup there.
Apparently,
Just in
there's
case.
10 packs of 100 milligrams for like $40.
Bro,
Did
don't
you
even
know
get me started about the dosages of the fucking bodega edibles. Bro.
I've never gotten those. The only thing I ventured into is their weed, which has been getting me slapped, and the fucking cartridges. But
Brother,
which I also
I've seen
don't
it
believe
go up
in.
to-
The cartridges are not good. I don't believe those.
No, they can't be. We're smoking
I hit a fucking-
Raytheon bomb juice,
Bro,
you know.
When I was home this weekend, I was at one of my friend's 30th birthday parties at this like insane restaurant. It was so ridiculous. It turned into like a nightclub. It was just not my scene. But we were like at the end of the dinner, I only had like 2 beers, and this kid I know who smokes, when I met him at this wedding like a year ago, he was the only one that smoked, and I went up to him and I was like, "Yo, do you have any weed?" Well, I don't have any weed. Like I just like I don't really drink, and I'm driving home. He's like, "Oh yeah. Here, I have this weed pen." And he like hands me this like fucking Diesel, mad nice weed pen. It was like silicone outside, and he was like, "It's a 2 gram pen I got from the dispensary from where I'm from, and I like upstate." But I ripped it, and I was like, "Do I have to pull it or like press anything?" He's like, "Nah, I just pulled it." He like looks at me. He's like, "Yo, you're gonna let out the biggest cloud ever." And I'm like holding it in. I'm like, "Oh, what?" And I cough, and it like, bro, there's like probably 25 people at this huge table. It just like blows like a massive fucking cloud across the whole fucking table, literally. And I was just like, "Oh, my bad." And at the time, bro, it rocked me so badly. I only had 2 beers, right? I had to go into the bathroom and like reassess myself and look at myself in the mirror. And I was like, "Yo, am I okay?
Oh,
Like,
that's
how
the
much did I
worst.
fucking drink?" I got so nervous. I was like, "Did I drink like 5 beers?" That's what I thought, because I was so fucked up. Right off the after rip, I was like, it couldn't have been that. And then I came back to the table. I like looked, and I was like, "Oh, I only drank like a beer and like a half, and then I just hit the pen, so I'm bugging out. Like it literally slapped me, and that is basically when I realized that the bodega pens are foo lame, and like they are absolutely like it didn't taste anything like. It literally just tasted like fire at like wax. That's what it tastes like taking a dab, honestly.
Fire as in like
me.
as
The
in
first
like good?
time,
Yeah.
Okay,
As in
yeah,
good.
yeah. Gotcha.
the first time I ever took a dab was at Mizzou, where Tony went to college. And Tony, you're the editor, so you can choose to bleep that out or not if you want.
Pshaw.
Pshaw. And it was just like in his dorm room, right? Or in his apartment or whatever. I don't know. It was dorm room on campus.
Was it freshman year?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it was that year. So I hit it, and I had never because to me, dabs they suffocate you in a way that's unique to any type of hit of any kind.
Oh, they can
of substance.
destroy you.
Especially
And it feels like
It hurts you. It can hurt you.
It feels like every like part of your lungs is blocked up or like burning.
Yes.
And so when I hit it, I genuinely thought I was having an asthma attack. Like I genuinely was like, I didn't know what the fuck. I was coughing so much. I'm surprised I didn't completely pass out and fall to the floor. Because I've gotten, almost blackout from coughing too bad before. But yeah, I remember just going in the bathroom and like almost puking in the sink. And then just being more high than I've ever been.
Yeah.
Than I had ever been up until then.
Yeah.
And then we saw the Lego movie.
Yeah.
Like,
freshman year.
So it must have been like 2014. We saw the Lego movie in a theater full of like college students on campus.
Yeah.
And I was just gone for it. But it was incredible because I was so blitzed. I was like, it's one of my most precious, like, ever moments of being high in my life, I think. Probably going, like...
Yeah, it's like one of those pillars that you'll just remember forever.
I was just like, dabs. Wow. Like,
Yeah.
what an introduction to dabs.
like
The
an
era
accolade.
of dabs is here.
You just gained dabs.
That's 10, right? Add dabs to your inventory. Yeah, the fact that was 10 years ago. Like,
But
that
you
was
used
like,
to heat up a nail and do, like, snakes of wax. you know?
Yeah.
full gram snakes. I'd give them away. I just had so much.
Bro, the first time I ever took a dab, I was in college and my friend was selling a lot of weed. I used to sell a lot of weed. All my friends did. And we could probably bleep that out. I don't really give a fuck actually. And my friend was like, "Yo, I just got this pack and the dealer gave me a bunch of dabs. You want to come over and try them?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I come over and he has his weed. He's got all this like tons of weed. And then he has like this fucking sandwich bag, literally a fucking brown paper bag sandwich. And it looked like it was all greasy, right? It looked like there was like a fucking shitty sandwich in this thing. And I was like, "What's this?" He's like, "That's what the dabs are." And I like look inside and the whole bottom is just like filled with like oil. And the guy gave it to him because he basically fucking like didn't like keep it right. And it just ended up in this bag. And he's like, "If you can fucking," he's like, but it was a good amount, like a really good amount, like a lot. And I was like, and that was the first time I had ever seen it. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" So my friend was like, here's a dab rig. He fucking lined me up a dab. I hit it. And like you said, like, that's when and that's also like when it was new. So there was no such thing as like cool temp dabs or like e-nails and like that Puffco. Like this was like fucking just science.
700 degree titanium nail.
Like just destroying you. And I hit it. And it felt like I was getting like fucking exercised. Like my body fucking hurt so badly. I started coughing so bad. I stood up. My face was so high. I was sweating. I went into the bathroom and I laid down on the fucking bathroom floor on the tile and just like let my face on the cold tile while my body was just like vibrating violently. I was like, "Yo, this is the craziest shit." Yeah. And then I came back to life.
He had like a brick of fucking wax, basically.
Yeah.
That's back when there was that tar wax. That's the only thing people
It was
had.
like it was a tar wax. It was probably some like butane bullshit. It was disgusting.
Make it in a pipe. Yeah, that's like the only wax we had till like 2015 or so.
Yeah.
When they actually had like crumble and like batter.
Yeah.
When they actually had young Crumbleton.
Crumble Terrius. Batter
Live
Snow.
resin's really good. Live resin's
Crumble
really good.
Squarius, Crumble Activist.
And we've come so far now. Now we have the fucking like
Yeah, we're on
Max's
the move
little
with
pipe and your thing, and it's just great.
weed. Yeah,
Like,
weed is
that's the one thing that's improved with the future. Weed technology.
Yeah.
Everything
Yo,
else has been
Buck.
regressing.
By the way, I've been meaning to ask, what's the update on the desk? Where are you at with that?
Oh, my desk. So, Tony, I don't know if you know anything about this desk. Do you know anything about this desk?
I have no
Probably
clue
not.
what you're talking about.
So I did like a donation on my stream for a new desk, and that I was gonna like build it and do this IKEA hack thing that I've seen. A lot of people make content around this IKEA hack desk. It's very like affordable, and I'm basically gonna show them how to do it for a certain price. And they gave me I got like $350. I put it for like $550, but I ended up getting like crazy deals on all the stuff that I really wanted to do because people in like the community helped me out. So I ended up doing that. We hit the goal, which was great. And I got this really nice piece of wood from my friend Anton. That's like a piece of live like red oak. It's huge. It's like 6'8" by like 26 and 29 inches. And I've been like sanding it down and like making content around it. But it's so like the process of it, and I've been like doing like my dad and my friends. The process of doing it, and I've never done anything like that. Like I've worked with my hands and like done construction, but I've never ever like build something or even done anything with wood. I made like a staff once when I was like manic with one of my friends, but not like this. But the process is so nice. Like the process of doing it is fire. Like I'm at my parents' house, the sun's out. Like I have this big piece of wood that I'm just like chiseling away on and making it nice and smooth before I like stain it. I'm having like a Guinness and smoking like a bowl with my dad. Like the whole process is like so therapeutic, honestly. My dad's showing me like crazy music. It's fucking hilarious. And I like absolutely
amazing.
love it. Yeah, it's really cool. And honestly, I'm so thankful for the fact that like the stream has been able to give me like something to do like this. Like because like being on stream playing video games, which I know Connor can understand this, it can just become like sometimes like menial and like just building other content like what you were doing, like what you're doing and what you were talking about before can just like be like relieving in a way. And it gets you to be more creative and stuff too. And like I've never shot anything like this. And like I'm kind of making it corny on purpose, and it's kind of nice like what the journey is on my YouTube, on my like socials like TikTok and Instagram. But like when I make the final video for YouTube and like how to install and like how you can do this and all that stuff, it's gonna be like way more commentary. But yeah, it's an exciting process, honestly. And if you guys know anybody that know anything about wood and anything like that, let me know, because I don't know shit. I only have like one guy who knows a good amount, but I'm just fucking going off. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, I certainly know nothing about wood, but I'll rack through the old contact list. See if I can think of anyone right now that's a craftsman.
I'll punch the log emoji into my contact list. See if anything pops up. See if one of the wood guys.
You got a log database. I got a couple of wood guys. I got a couple
wood guys.
Yeah, I got a couple wood guys.
I got an oak guy.
You said red oak? Yeah, I got a guy for that. He could do it.
I got a birch bitch.
But it's gonna be, honestly, the coolest part about it, besides it being a cool custom desk, is that like my setup right now is like meant for like music production, and it doesn't really house any of my stuff even really that well. And it's just gonna be like a way cleaner and just easier way to like make content and like even just do work at my desk. Like my desk, if I could even pan down right now, like it's covered in shit. Like I can't even like really. It's like my desk is like 3 feet wide, right?
Oh my
Your
God.
desk is kind of tight.
But this desk is going to be like 6'8". It's going to be huge.
Yeah, that'll be plenty of room. 3 feet
But
is
it's cool.
insane. It's like a little. That's like a
That'll
table.
be a fucking battle station.
Yeah,
It's
and it's cool because the like the IKEA hack is basically you get the Alex drawers, which is they're like two sets of office drawers. They're nice. You can get them in like black, white, or you can get them in this like greenish color. And then you can just basically put any tabletop on there. And a lot of people use the one that IKEA provides. You can get like 3 or 4 different tabletops, or you can just like get any type of tabletop you want. Maybe put a riser or anything. Like people make them into standing desks. You just use pieces from there. But since I got this piece of wood, I was looking online. I was looking at like Butcher Block and all that shit. Shit's expensive as fuck. Like it was, I undermined it. Even at $500, I actually undermined it. And my friend Anton, who like ended up like, he had like a friend who died. This wild guy. He had a mill. This wild guy had a mill at his house, a full blown wood mill at his house. That was like $1 million. Oh. This guy was wild. He was like a hippie. He also had this is nuts. Actually, I really should explain this better because this is nuts. He had at his house, he was in like the fucking middle of nowhere and where I live in the woods. At his house, he had an entire little western town built around where his wood mill was. Had like a little saloon and like a little like just like little like full sheds that looked like that. Yeah, he was a real weird dude, but he also had this wood mill. And my friend, unfortunately, that guy died. My friend was like been like caretaking the house, and he let us walk around, and we found this piece of wood that would have been like $500-$600 to actually like buy from like a real place, and he fucking gave it to us like for like $100. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, really.
That's
really
the one
lucky.
you're using.
Yeah, that's the one I'm using.
And you just set these on top of the drawers, and it's good to go, or you like attach them?
You can set them on top of the drawers. I'm gonna see depending on how level the piece is. You can put them on like risers. Some people put the drawers down and then buy like standing desk legs and then mount it to that, and then it like levels out on the drawers. It's really nice. It's really.
And you
good.
said what were the dimensions again?
It's like 6'8" long, and it's like 26 inches and 29 inches. So it's like small, so it's 26 inches, and that's why it's 29. It's really cool shape.
Copy.
And I'm probably gonna do like an epoxy fill on it, so make it look really nice on all the little cracks and stuff. Yeah.
Are there any streamers?
That's being 30, dude. That's being 30.
Are you 30?
Just like get into wood. I'll be 30 next month.
Shit.
Honestly, it's fucking sick to do shit like that. Honestly, in general, it's cool to make shit. It's cool.
It is. It's really, really, really gratifying. Like it is. I gotta say, it's so gratifying.
Yeah.
Are there streamers that stream at standing desks, just like playing like Apex while they're just standing up?
There's women now that are streaming Fortnite, and then they have another cam on their butt cheeks with
a green screen
pants on.
So then the game
give
is
the
on
silhouette
their
of the
ass.
buttocks, and the game is on their ass.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking inventive, honestly.
And hey, you know what? I'm all for any inventions.
I really like that. I think that's really
I think that's great.
It's really smart.
I think it's smart. I think it's creative. It's entertaining.
Yeah, we're better off for
anybody. It's good for the economy. Joe Biden.
Whoever came up with that
doesn't harm anybody. It's good for the economy.
First is a genius.
Yeah, real shit.
That is really genius.
Real shit. You're a genius. What's
Dude, Buck, before we run out of time, I'll tell you the thing that I'm working on so that the audience can know as well.
I'm chilling low key unless you got to go somewhere. Done.
I'm also.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I probably got to leave for the gym in like 45, so no rush. No rush for time.
We won't obviously go that long, but
right. Yeah.
No, we're good on time. Go ahead, bring up whatever you want.
Well, I basically got hired by. He's my friend, but he's especially my brother's friend, they're a few years younger than me. But he's like a nuclear engineer, so dude is a whiz. And he like creates algorithms to make these games that he's making. Well, this is just the first one that he's made. It's a board game called Hexes of Saigon. You can look it up on Instagram or Facebook. Hexes, like HEXES of Saigon, SYGON. So not Saigon like
I got
Vietnam, right? It's S. So it's like Hex Saigon Hexes of Saigon, Hexagon, because it's a hex-based game.
I got it.
Settlers of Catan. The board is made out of hexes. But basically, I got brought on board, and the game had a ton of artwork for it already done, and I basically came in and was like, this could all look cooler. And so I've just been slowly replacing every bit of artwork with new artwork.
Wow. Artist Tony Harrop, John Harrop.
Yep.
Wow,
John made,
so incredible. What the fuck?
Thank you. John made the logo, but it was an old version, and then I came in and really spiced it up and made it look like it currently does.
Yeah, it looks great.
Thank you. Yeah, no,
Move, build, cast.
Yeah, it's like a better Settlers of Catan, in my opinion. Like, I don't really like board games. Like, I don't play them that much, but this game, like, I love to play it. It's like a super advanced chess, or like a, and
this looks fucking sick. Yo, this board looks sick.
I've seen a game like this.
Really?
Did you really design all these pieces, Tony, or what?
Yes, sir. I mean, I didn't make the little board game.
What game
pieces,
did you say this is like?
Settlers of Catan.
But these little hexagonal cards.
All the hexes, all the playing cards. I didn't make the box art, though I want to replace it with something more cohesive.
Wait, this is already like in store. Like, I can already buy this, no?
No. It launches on Kickstarter in September, I think.
It says,
damn, that's really cool. That's really cool.
BoardGameGeek.com. It says buy right now.
Oh, yeah. You can't. It'll probably take you to the Kickstarter, which hasn't even launched yet, but you can reserve like a spot on it or something. I'm not so involved in the social media part. He's taking care of that, and I'm just only doing like right now. I'm was working on in After Effects before this episode, like making an animation for him. If they actually, I probably shouldn't say. I was gonna trash talk someone that made content for him, but I'm not gonna do that. It just didn't. I was like, dude, I can do this for better, or I can do this quicker for probably cheaper. So
I'm better.
I get that.
But yeah, I've probably put in 150 hours to it so far. So
you're buzzing.
It's not like totally full time, but I mean it's totally enough to keep me going if I especially when I don't have bills. And then I have like 3 or 4 other things just kind of also like smaller projects that I'm using to supplement that. But it's keeping me really busy. So kind of tight though. I'm just on my own schedule. I'm like up till 2, sleep in till 10, start work at noon.
Are you watching a lot of YouTube videos?
I mean, I always did that. I'm like a huge YouTube guy.
Yeah. I feel like that's what I would just be doing.
Oh, yeah. While I'm working, that's all I do is I just have YouTube videos like playing in front of me, and then I
don't know what happened. YouTube lost its discoverability from me. I just I don't know what to fucking do on YouTube anymore.
Honestly, I use YouTube more as, obviously I use it to put out content for me on the consumer side. Like, I really just use it to know how to do stuff. Like, truly, that's basically all I use it for.
Yeah.
I have so many little things that I Warhammer, Magic, Marvel, DC comics, anime, manga, what the fuck else? Transformers, just lore videos, or someone ranking the shows or of something, or stuff about like Lord of the Rings, yeah, there's too much stuff that I'm into. It's honestly too much to keep track of, but I kind of just rotate, for a week. I'll just be watching stuff about Magic, and then I'm like, I want to watch just shit about, other stuff.
I do the same thing though. I can't lie. Maybe I'm just stoned, but I definitely do that too. I can't even lie. I rip shit like that. Especially like you said, Transformers, video games. I'll watch hours of content of shit like that. But I guess I do that more from my phone and not my desk, so it doesn't feel like real YouTube. But when I'm at my desk, I guess that's weird. When I'm at my desk, I mostly use it just for finding out about how to do something, whether it's tech or whatever. But when I'm on my phone, I do that shit a lot.
You don't feel like on your phone it feels like real YouTube?
No, I
That's
don't
what
know
it feels-
why. It just feels like it's because it doesn't, because sometimes it doesn't even really start at YouTube. Like I just will be like on Google and I'll be like, not even how to. I'll be like, what's the top chase card in the new TCG Pokemon set? And then I'll just fucking end up being on a YouTube video and just watching like a ton of Pokemon bullshit. Like honestly, like on some real nerd
YouTube's
shit.
like
I think I like
primary- or
watching
my phone, I
video
should say.
games the most on YouTube. I just like watching people play various games.
Yeah.
Like I love watching high level gameplay of like, you know, Valorant, CS, like Warzone, whatever's popping, Fortnite. I
Yeah.
love watching that shit.
Have you guys heard about this new game? My
Apex.
friend just sent it to me. What is it called? Oh yeah, here we go. Jump Ship.
Jump
Jump
ship.
ship?
Yeah.
Jump
Yeah,
ship.
Jump Ship.
Nope.
Jump Ship.
Nope.
It's a new game coming out that he just sent me like gameplay from. It started out as like a tech demo, but people liked it so much that they just built it into a game. And it's basically like a squad of 4 PvE, and you have a spaceship, and like one person flies, and the rest of them you
Oh.
can just walk around on it.
I saw
Um,
that. I
yeah.
saw that. People
looks kinda
said it. People said it was. Somebody said it was like Sea of Thieves, but in space.
Yes,
That's what
yeah.
somebody said.
Oh, is this what it is? Okay. I'm
It
watching
looks pretty cool.
Gameplay trailer
I
at 2x speed.
I like shooting stuff in a spaceship. I mean, that's like if the fucking gameplay feels right. Why
Right.
not? Who doesn't love that? To be
Bro,
honest.
Starfield tilted the living balls out of me. Like,
Yeah, I didn't
with
get
its
Starfield.
space.
I'm kind of glad I didn't get Starfield.
It was fucking really good. And then it's like, oh yeah, sorry, this major like storyline, like there's basically an impossible to beat space section. And it's like I had a ship that was like part of like a very popular early side quest where you get like a really good ship. And I had that ship. And like I got to this section, and then like the ship is made to be like this legendary bounty hunter ship. And you get to this section, it's like, yeah, it's like you just get obliterated. You're just gonna get obliterated by these ship. It's like I was like, yeah, I'm good. Like I don't know what the fuck you guys are on, but I wish I could skip this mandatory space shit because what the fuck. The story, the like other gameplay was fucking awesome.
The
What's
game
this?
came and
Jurassic
went.
Park Survival 3 months ago. What is this? Yeah, the game came and went indeed. It's supposed to be a generational game. Nope.
And
but
that's the
isn't
same
it
people
just
that
a
made.
story? Isn't it just a story game?
Starfield?
Isn't it just like a story game? Yeah, isn't it just Starfield? It's not like a
It's an RPG. Yeah, it's like
yeah.
like
So I
supposed to
mean,
be like,
I guess
you know,
people just beat it.
space
People
Skyrim,
just beat the
which
game.
it is in a way.
You know
It just
what I
doesn't
mean?
have the replayability of Skyrim, or is that the same company? What did they make?
Yeah, it's Bethesda.
Yeah, okay,
It's
yeah.
Bethesda. Yeah.
Which people still play to this day, and then this one, it seems like people are done with, like not even a year later.
I don't know. I played Skyrim a lot, and I revisited it like years after though. Like I don't know.
Same.
It could
Played, like,
just
60
come
hours
back.
of
It could just
Skyrim.
come back. Like, but I also don't think it's that good of a game because I've played it like once or twice and just said fuck it. Like, I mean, it just didn't pique my interest. Like how, I mean, I don't know.
It's just not my type of game. Like it's too like I'm not so into a thing where I got to manage a million inventory items and like grind on it for 12. Like I just don't have time for video games that much these days. Like I get 1 day a week maybe where I'm like hop onto Call of Duty, maybe 2. Like it's sometimes none though. But Rebirth Island is back, so
I was playing a little bit of that today.
probably
it's literally
gonna
been calling
yeah.
my name, but I refuse to play Call of Duty. Honestly, I'm like so over that game. Like, bro, I love Rebirth Island so much. Like that was probably the peak of COD for me, of the recent COD, and then they've just like shit on my chest over and over, and I cannot put time into that game. I just feel like it's over.
Just come back.
Just come back, dude. That's what I said.
Just come play it again.
What did I say? I said Rebirth Islands is like the Green Goblin mask talking to me.
Yeah, dude.
No, I can't.
I'm
I honestly,
back.
the only game, I mean, I play, you guys know, well, I don't know if you know, but I play Apex, obviously. which is in like a terrible. They're going that what's happening in the Apex community is not good. It's definitely
What
going
is it?
very south.
Can you?
So Apex had like a massive update for season 20. It changed the whole game. They basically made you can't loot shields on the ground. You have to earn them by like getting damage. So you get a certain amount of damage, you get the next shield. But now when you get the first shield, the blue shield, you get picked between 2 perks. So it's kind of like a MOBA in the way. So you make like a skill tree as you go up in your shields. So it changed the whole game, right?
Wow.
So that was really big.
Crazy.
It brought a lot of people back. It was really great. I like it. They finally did like a next gen update to the consoles and gave them 120 hertz, which is super late.
Oh,
wow. Yeah.
Sounds all good
it's
so
super
far.
late. Yeah, but that's like, they should have done that. Like, I mean, next gen is current gen. It's been like 4 years.
Right.
And I'm playing on my PC that I can max out settings. And really great. Yeah, really great to start. And then during like the ALGS, which is like their like World Series last month, there was a hacker that hacked in to the ALGS into 2 of like the best players' accounts live on the. It wasn't an LAN. It was just like it was online, and gave them cheats on the screen. Literally, like a tab opened up and gave them cheats. And it showed like wall hacks and all of that. And they're both like, I'm cheating. And they're like fucking shooting people through the walls. They're like have aimbot happened in the middle of a competition. And so then they like stopped the competition. I think they made it invalid. Then they had like a secret competition. So no one could know. Like no one even knew it was happening except for the people that were in it. And that happened. And then everybody, like all of the player base, me and my team included, all stopped playing because nobody wanted to get like a hack or whatever. No one knew if it was compromised or like what is it, RCE? I think that's like the bad one, whatever, the bad hack, which can like fucking basically like disable your client and like the actual code of the game and not just the server is getting manipulated, which is really bad. And there's a really great video by this guy, Pirate Software. I love him. He talks all about it. You should definitely look up. It's like 2 hours. It's incredible. And so I stopped playing for a week. I came back. My shit was so fucked up when I came back. My server was in like Tokyo. It made me re-sign in. I had a bunch of tech problems. And now it just seems like it's just like, yeah, it seemed. And then now they had a new update, like a mid-season update. And everybody's progress from the season before got erased in the mid-season update. That just happened like 3 days ago, and they just fixed it today. So they're just like shitting on themselves.
They fixed it by giving you the stats back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well that's not too bad. That's at least nice. But
yeah, but it's just
mess,
really ridiculous. They're just not doing good. Like as somebody who plays it professionally, like if you were to play the game and not play it competitively or play ranked and you actually loaded into the game and played like the base game, like what it would be for Warzone, like a 4s or like a 3s, the game is just does not have the tempo or like the actual feel of like a fair BR whatsoever. Like people land hot. There's not enough people in the game to keep it like competitive for super long. It just feels like it's just like a fucking arcade game at a point. It's just not really that interesting, you know, unless you actually play it as super high level and you're trying to be the best and it is competitive, then by all means. But like as far as like the passive game player or anything like that, to even just have fun, like as somebody like me who likes to play competitively, when I just want to bullshit, like it's still not fun. Like they really got to fucking change the shit up. They got to bring it to a new engine, maybe add more fucking players to a map or something. Like I don't even know. But yeah, I've been playing Helldivers to cool off. That's where I've been like, because it is like just been I haven't been able to play. I took off like 2 weeks because of the game's been fucked.
Sounds like the perfect time to come back to Call of Duty.
The opposite.
No, I would
like even more insane game.
Yeah. I really have been just playing a lot of Helldivers. That game is just like the most rewarding game ever.
Really?
I think Helldivers is so cool. I wish it ran way better and looked way better on my machine.
I had to fix a bunch of shit on mine to get it to run okay. I get like 75 frames.
Yeah,
so everybody's just fucked.
Mine like consistently will drop down to like 40 type shit.
I had my shit at
And,
like 29 the other day, so it's so shitty.
I need to
So
upgrade
I'm
my
looking
computer
at it.
before I even think about putting more games on it. It like can barely handle like big Photoshop files right now. My C drive is only 250 gigs, so I really need to bump that up. And then I need to
for
switch
sure.
my i7 to an i9 or something, maybe. I'm not sure.
What
My
do you have?
3060 is fine.
Oh, you have a
I
36.
think
Okay.
I need to get an oin.
I need to up my
Oin.
SD, honestly. I have a terabyte, so I can't even believe you have 250. That would destroy. I wouldn't even be able to. I have 10 gigs.
I frequently run out of
HDD.
scratch disk space.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I put an oin in, and by the hell my frame's gonna. Yeah. No, but Helldivers is dope in the sense that like the upgrades are pretty fucking crazy, and like you can get a mech now. Like it just keeps unfolding.
I love it, bro.
But I just wish it ran a bit better. That's all. It just kind of like bums me out, and it just feels like I'm shooting into like fucking low pixel, fucking choppy, chunky shit.
I'm sorry for you that it does, because
I know.
when it
It doesn't
runs
for you?
good, nah. I mean, I've had it run like that. I had to do like a whole bunch of shit maintenance to my PC. I like optimize my CPU.
What is your CPU?
I have a Ryzen 7 7700X, and then I have a 4070 Ti graphics card. And
I have a Ryzen as well.
And it fucking when I was playing, all my settings got reset on OBS. My computer took a huge shit after this whole Apex shit. So it was running horrible. I was getting like 29 frames, and then I optimized my CPU. I fixed everything on OBS, and then now I get between like 60 and like 80 frames. And when I'm in loading screen, I'll get like 112, even though I should be able to like max it out. But it's CPU heavy, crazy. Like it's super CPU heavy. But the game is just incredible. Like killing bots is so fucking stressful, but when you kill bugs, it's so easy, and you can just throw like airstrikes and grenades. It's like zombies.
Oh,
like,
I love
enjoy
that
it so much. It's so like
that's my favorite part.
And you can just like it's janky. Like, don't get me wrong. Like the gameplay, we can talk shit about the gameplay for sure. Like it's a little bit like it is just super like. Yeah, janky, I would say. Like, right? It's like goofy in a way, but yeah, clunky. That's the better word. But it is so fire. Like, you're just killing bugs. I love stats at the end. It shows you how many fucking kills you got, and it's just mad fun. You you blow up a hell bomb, you get to look at it. It just like blows a fucking massive hole in the map. It's lit. Like, the whole thing is really good. Like, it's for not being a AAA game, hats off to them. And bro, when the game came out, they only had like 500,000 person capacity on their servers, and they had to up it to 750, filled them, and then upped it to 1 million. I think they're at like almost like a 1.5 million, 2 million on servers. It's crazy.
Jeez, that's like PK low.
It's definitely fallen off now, though. I mean, the game's been out for like a month, but yeah, it was. They had to do that. It was sick, and it's like the aspect of it being like this like collective thing, like, you know, like that it's not like the missions you're doing are like liberating each a piece, and there's like a fucking major order, and like everybody's involved. Like, I like that. Like, and the memes are hilarious.
The video of us fucking playing is fantastic.
Oh yeah, the video is hilarious. The chapter 2 one that Dale fucking made is hilarious too. Like, they're fucking great. Like it just is good fun. It's like, for everybody who's having like, especially in our age range, coming home and playing these like games like Call of Duty and Apex and Fortnite, and just having like these like woes of like, this is like really not as fun, it's grindy and shitty, is like, go on Helldivers and just like kill fucking bugs for hours with your boys. You don't have to worry about like some like 13-year-old kid building like the Taj Mahal on you and fucking one hit. It's
not as competitive either.
No, it's not competitive. It's just fucking hilarious. Vibe out to some sketch little music and just smoke some weed and just kill bugs, dog. Like, and it's goofy and funny, and you're just, you die a lot. Like, it's hilarious.
That's true.
Make me want to play it. I do need to get it. I've been meaning to. But at the same time, I think part of me was like, let me see if this hype is real or if it's going to be a flash in the pan, like fucking, I don't know. They're probably not good comparisons, but like Among Us or Fall Guys. Like, those are the last games I remember when it was like a, you know, worldwide like hype train for a game that for a non AAA game, you know? So I was like, okay, are people really going to play this? Am I going to drop? What is it? Is it $20 or $40?
I think I got it for like 30,
40,
I think,
okay.
or 40. I think because I play like Fall Guys here and there, but I know what you're saying. But I think like the replayability for me as somebody who likes to shoot stuff is just kind of nice. Like to just go back and I'm enjoying
Fall
like, the
Guys?
grindiness. Yeah, I love Fall Guys, but
Fall
I'm just
Guys.
saying
I like Fall Guys.
Fall Guys is
it's fun. Yeah,
hilarious.
no hate on those games.
I play
those
it on stream, but I understand what you're saying.
They were peak like mainstream popularity for a non AAA game, and now they've like, you know, it's like a stock where it's like the hype goes up and then it levels out to where higher than where it was before.
I try and play Call of Duty, and it's like Rebirth is fun, Resurgence is fun for sure. But like the moment I start playing multiplayer, it's got to be like a new Call of Duty for me to be interested. It always has to be a reset because I play it for like, you know, X amount of time. This new one's so hard to remain interested in because all of the fucking maps are old as shit. They're all 20-year-old fucking maps.
Right.
It's Terminal. It's fucking Afghan. It's like all
They're
these
classics.
Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, but I played a lot of. I was alive when that game came out. I played a lot of Modern Warfare 2 when it came out.
But people hate their new maps too. They hate when they get. Everyone's like, it's 3 lanes, but like it's just like I don't even know. That's I really don't like Call of Duty. I really don't like Call of Duty. I'm so over it, and I used to be big.
I like when Call of Duty's good. When Call of Duty's great, oh my fucking god, there's nothing like it.
Yeah,
oh my god.
I just need to get a like a Car 98 leveled up and get back on my sniping game because when I was cracked on the snipers, it was so satisfying to just ding someone in the head from across the map.
The 2019 Modern Warfare Car 98 is one of the greatest sniping feelings of any game. Like that shit got my rocks off, bro. I love that shit. I would run that and I would run the Mac 10 and I would just be like a little crackhead and just fucking quick scope.
That's Rocket League for me now, man. Every goal in Rocket League is like
dude, I used to rip Rocket League, but I don't really like it that much anymore. I like that you're finding it because I loved it. I played that in college, and then I played it like recently, and my 2 buddies are disgusting at Rocket League, make you not want to play good. Like aerials, like doing fucking ball resets and like flip resets, like just psychopaths. But like I was okay. But like I don't know, like for me, like I just don't. It used to get me so frustrated, and I just like don't like want to play it that much. But I like that you like it because when you first find Rocket League, like when you like it is appealing, it is like so addicting, like it's exciting, you know.
I just can't
I've
get a
been
hold
playing
of
it for years. I just started streaming it recently.
That's what I'm saying.
I just never really streamed it.
Yeah.
I just can't get a grip on the off ball play. Like where to move and be when you don't have the ball. I just like feel like I'm like, oh, okay, I better go over here. And then before I know it, it's like gone the complete other way, you know?
Well, like I mean, I play 2v2 and basically how I play it is, you know, you're either the one attacking and doing offense, trying to get the ball in, or you're playing midfield so that they don't get the ball and just rush towards the goal and get an open goal.
Yeah.
So you're kind of playing goalie midfield when the other person's out. But in general, you just kind of want to be like between where the ball is and your goal.
Right.
At all times, at least.
People get mad when you play Rocket League and you're ball chasing the ball, and they'll be like, "You're ball chasing." That's like a thing. Ball chasing is if it's like
I try not.
on the ball.
I do try not to do that. Like I try to plan ahead and be like where the ball might be, but I'm just always wrong.
You position. You just look at where the ball is and look at where the goals are and go, okay, where should I be?
And the names.
Yeah, but then I see a guy spiraling towards it in the air and he knocks it with a back tip of his spoiler and it goes like the opposite direction. I'm like, okay, well.
My friend who's really good made a fucking, he just loves Rocket League. My friend, and my other friend who's really good loves Rocket League too, but he wasn't as like dedicated. But my one friend made a PowerPoint and he called it Rocket Science. And it was a PowerPoint about
It's not rocket science, my friend.
how to play 2v2s and like had like X's and O's, and it was so goddamn funny. Like he was like
Wait,
he
I
might have been a
need that
little bit
shit.
manic, to be honest, but it was really fun.
That actually probably be pretty helpful for me. If he's
I'll
got a
send you
link.
Rocket Science. I'll send you
Yeah.
Rocket Science. I'll
Send me a link to that.
See,
I'll link
the
to that.
start of any enjoyment or any, for me is enjoyment. That's how I start playing any game. It's just can I find enjoyment from it? And when I find enjoyment out of Rocket League, it's just every time I score, it just feels like I'm busting it.
I have Rocket League, so I don't have it
Rocket League as
downloaded
well.
currently, but maybe I'll re-download it and play it with you.
Give it a
Also
shot.
have
man.
Rocket League. I'm not bad at Rocket League either. I'm not gonna lie, but I just really don't like the game. I don't like the game.
Yeah,
I got. You
I
know
like
what
it. I wish I was good at it.
You know a game I've
Yeah.
been sitting on, honestly, that I have to play, and I actually want to make a series about it, but I just am dying to play. Is Cyberpunk. I have it, and I just haven't. I just got it.
I
and
have
wanna
that
play
as
it
well.
So badly.
I started playing it and it like runs at like 55 frames or like 60 frames at its best. Sometimes it drops down to like 50.
Oof.
And it doesn't look like it's not the smoothest shit in the world, but it's also doesn't run bad. It's actually amazing how much it doesn't run bad. And I run it on ultra settings because there's no difference in like frames between
performance.
ultra and low. And I can just tell there's so much story. I should start playing that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play it on stream. I'm just gonna go through the story and
Same.
record it and just fucking thug through it because
Oh,
it
yeah,
looks
you were telling me.
amazing and like everyone says now it's good. And then when I finish it, then I'm gonna do the expansion, which looks really great too. I'm just gonna run through it. I'm very excited though because I think it's gonna run really good on my rig, especially if I'm not.
Oh
streaming it
yeah,
either.
it'll run sexually.
When
It
did
is-
it come out?
Oh, like 4 years ago. 3 years.
It's
ago?
2020.
crazy, but you like I accept it now. Like it's like so pointless to be mad about companies like just putting out games like not in a state that they should be because it's
not
just gonna
pointless at
happen.
all. Fuck that. Fuck
But
them.
I'm not saying it's point like it's totally normal to be upset about that, but it's
Right.
just like
Yes.
wasted energy because it's just like it's just gonna happen. And now if you
Yeah.
accept that, it's like okay, well maybe in 3 years this game will be good. I'll check back in then, and that's just kind of the state.
Apparently
No.
it works for them because people
It's
come
like-
back and buy
it's
the
like
shit out of the
Halo.
game.
It's exactly like what happened to fucking.
Oh,
Halo. They're
don't
already
even get
talking
me
about.
fucking started.
They're already
on
talking
Halo.
about making a new one. Like they're gonna make a new one. That
For
was
real?
supposed to be the plan. They were
Finish
gonna
the
make.
first one,
They were
you
gonna make
fucking
Halo.
dweebs.
Halo was supposed to come out like what Fortnite's doing. So if you look at Fortnite now,
Right.
Fortnite's like a launcher, right? It's not just like you're playing Fortnite. You can play Lego Fortnite. You can do the fucking Rock Band thing now. You can do like there's all these like little
Oh.
custom things and whatever. That's what. And now that there's never gonna be like a Fortnite 2. Basically, maybe they will.
Yeah.
But, it's basically just building on top of this platform, and that's that's like how World of Warcraft is, and that's what Infinite was going to be like. And they said this is like the end all be all of the Halos,
Yeah.
and they're just going to build on. But now since this one took such a massive dog shit on everybody, and their rollout's been terrible, and their battle pass is too hard, and it's just ridiculous, is that they're going to make another Halo, and it's like, dude, like what?
Yeah, they're
And
gonna
they
do the
came
Call
out
of Duty
that
thing
show.
where they act like,
Oh.
oh, that didn't happen.
I
Forget
heard
all
the
those
second.
things.
I heard the second season's supposed to be good, but they did. I can't believe they made even a second season of Halo. But yeah, I don't know. Like I was a big Halo guy. Like Halo always felt for me like that's my favorite shooter. I think it's harder than COD, and I like being cheeky
Yeah.
at it. Like it just sucks that they fucking can't execute like a good Halo. Like Call of Duty comes out with Call of Duties all the time, and they've been reigning supreme for some time after being shitty. And like I just would love to see like Halo come back into the fold. I don't know.
Same.
I remember something George said that was very poignant. He was like, "Halo's like a legacy title, like the great ones, like 1 through 3. Like it doesn't need the modern movement and the
100%.
all the extra grappling hooks and all that stuff. Like the point of what made it fun was kind of like it's like a chess match because your guy moves like relatively slow. And so you need to start backing up in time to get away from a grenade. And if you don't, it's just like you
Right.
know, you're cooked, or like you got to position yourself way more thoughtfully.
The percent of error was so much slimmer, and you had such less to work with that you had to be like being good at that meant that you were like really dialed into the game. You know, like it was really so nuanced. When you think about it though, because it's mad funny, like Connor knows, and you know, like we fucking do these Halo nights, and it's always Halo 3. Like I don't give a fuck about Halo Infinite. I'd rather play Halo 3 more than anything. Me and my friends have been playing Halo 3 for 10 years straight, like or more than that. But in the last 10 years, I've been playing it. So even before that, like I've been playing it with my friends. It's always Halo 3. Like so, it's like so you said, I don't need that shit.
It doesn't, so a new one doesn't even matter, or Infinite. Like, even if they made it or didn't, like, they have the Master Chief Collection. Those are the games are good as they are. They don't really need anything else. Like, it just, you know, like people still play, you know, people still play old Mario games, you know, like they're still.
But I think it's good to make, like, because you see some of these platforms you do see die. It's like, obviously, Call of Duty is always going to be a thing. People just want to play that type of game type, you know? And it's the same thing with like Halo, where they've done too much, but like, you know, seeing like a legacy like Gears of War die, like that's a game type that like died not only with just like the lore, but like that actual style of gameplay has never been replicated again. And like that's like kind of crazy that they've never come back with something else. Or like I know that they are soon, but it's weird that even that type of gameplay went away. And then like you said with like Halo, they kind of like massacred their own fucking like novel like version of that type of thing too. So I don't know. Like I feel like it doesn't have to
be honest,
die, but I just feel like they should just remake it and just make it like, I don't know. Why not have like the new engine attached to it, you know?
But would you want all the sprinting and the grappling hooks and all that, or are you saying you want?
No, it would
like
be cool to
single
have it
speed
like
movement,
single speed movement, maybe running, like because I guess it's just like game. I guess you know, I don't know. It would be. I would have to play it.
Maybe like what they did in Reach was cool. The sprint was like an attachment you had to choose.
Right.
Or
I think Halo Infinite got it perfect. I feel like Halo Infinite synthesized years of them trying to tweak with the Halo formula, and they brought it back to kind of a place that was more reasonable, and it was a fusion of all the things they've tried. You know?
I think.
I thought the way they did equipment, especially, was like brilliant. They finally figured out how to do that shit. You know.
Yeah. I think mechanically it's in the same way as that mechanically that Halo is the most mechanically sound Halo out of all of them. But it really was like the content and the rollout and how the game even like like the soul was just not there for people. They didn't give them co-op, like, which is ridiculous. Right. They even were gonna even do the battle royale that people were like, maybe this will save it, which is like slutting yourself out in this industry, and they didn't do it. And they're just having a tough time altogether. Like it's been really tough. Like, and like what you said, they did really figure out their fucking like the equation for it, for what it was. Like even like if it's not like Halo 3, like because Halo 4 is like the most different Halo out of all of them. Halo 5 is like really arcadey and super fast and fun, and then it kind of just like slowed the Halo 5 feel down to Halo 3, Halo 4ish, and yeah, it sucks. I think it sucks.
Yeah, I think it's easily the best non-Bungie Halo. Like you could probably safely say that.
I would
say
that's more than likely true.
Yeah, and it's the only non-Bungie Halo campaign as well that actually made me go like, is this like an even better story or campaign than like the other Halos? Because like the writing is crazy. Like the writing was so good. And
I still haven't played it.
The campaign? Oh shit.
It's very good.
That tells you everything.
I've played all of the campaigns and it is very good.
Biggest Halo fan I know.
Honestly, 4 and 5 isn't even that bad. Like they're both pretty good.
I don't think so.
5 looks cool as hell. The movement.
I played a ton of 4 in college, and then 5 I played when I was in Houston a lot, and 5 was super fun. Like I liked boosting around and had some cool maps, and I haven't disliked any Halo.
Fun.
Yeah. I agree. People like
Halo 4 was
hate
just
on
like
that
really weird. Halo
the
4 was
campaign
really
and
weird.
the new enemies were like very like not exciting and generic, and the guns were all
it
like
was
gray
just
boxes.
like you had like the ordinance was so weird. It felt more COD like in a way where you would just be like in a TDM and you call it an ordinance, and I don't know, like the
Right.
power. I like finding the power weapons. I like the cheeky aspect of that. Like it, I don't know, like I did not really like Halo 4. I played it a lot. I loved Reach. I loved ODST. ODST, I was saying this is so fucking funny. How weird is it that when ODST came out after Halo 3 was that it was like the first like expansion, but you had to buy it in the store, right? And you had to buy it like on a disc. And if you bought the ODST, it came with a secondary disc that had just the Halo 3 multiplayer on it, just on the disc. So if you bought ODST, you also got the Halo 3 multiplayer. But you didn't have like the Halo 3 campaign. It just had the ODST campaign, which was wild for the time. Like, what a weird thing.
Yeah. I remember that. I definitely bought all of them, I guess 3 Reach and ODST and 4. Only physical ones I bought like on release. And then of course went back and bought 2 and 1. But
yeah,
I was only 12 when 3 came out, which is nuts.
I had 2, 3, 4, and then I got 5 like later on, and then I bought Infinite. And I had 1 actually. My dad had bought 1. This is crazy, but I never played it. My dad bought it at like Toys R Us for his PC years after it was not able to be ported to PC, and that was like the first time I ever saw Halo ever. Halo was just like so mesmerizing as a kid, though. Like,
Oh
I
my
really
God.
love that shit.
It's like up there with Dragon Ball Z. It's like this thing that's so badass you can't even comprehend it because you're too young.
Oh,
Right. Just
Like,
it was
Hayabusa
so
armor.
cool.
Just like
Oh my
Hayabusa
God,
armor.
bro. When I remember when we all got Halo 3, I got my Xbox 360 Elite, and I woke up on like a Saturday morning, and we were about to go beat the campaign, me and my 2 buddies, and my friend's brother, who was like, he was like ranked like number 2 in the world at one point for Guitar Hero. He was like, they're just typical gaming looking kid, like this big kid that just gamed. And he he's like, I'll play with you guys, and gets into our lobby, and he loads up, and he's just got Hayabusa armor. It's like, the game's been out for like not that long. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, I'll show you how to get it if you want. And we're like, oh yeah, for sure. And we just did the whole campaign, found out all the skulls, and like got the intel and got Hayabusa armor. And I remember I felt like I had like done something like really big that day. Like I was like, dude, like I'm walking around my house like, Mom, like I got the fucking literally, Mom,
Bro, when I got
the
recon
Hayabusa
armor,
armor, so you better, you better be okay. Okay.
when the fucking Halo ODST, the recon armor challenges or whatever, when I got when I got recon armor, I felt that. I was like, this is the most impressive thing I've ever done in my life.
The recon armor was sick.
Take it to the other end of the spectrum. I was like grinding to get Brigadier General, right? 45 in Lone Wolves. And
Lone Wolves. So
I was trying to get that Briggy. And I was like I had gotten up to level 44, and I'd won like 3 games in a row. And it was such a weird ranking system where it's like, you just don't know if you're going to go up or down.
The ranking system was so sketch. You could win. The ranking system was like, you can win and go up, or you can gain enough XP and also go up by like doing well, even if you lose.
That was after. That was when they added the secondary ranking where it was like a white one. But before they had that, it was literally just 1 through 50. And you couldn't, and so
but isn't that in the same thing? Isn't that how you would D-rank? I remember for Halo 3.
There's literally a video about that's like a funny ass like song that this group of kids made, and it's like, still a brigadier, and it's been a year, and it's like talking about the Title II update, which is where they added this secondary ranking to basically satiate people that couldn't get the real Brigadier. If you just play enough,
fucking hilarious.
Then you get like you get white Brigadier, and you still have your regular rank of like 1 through 50. But before that,
that's fucking hilarious.
In the early days, I was like trying to get Brigadier and Lone Wolves. I was like level 44 and I won like 3 in a row. And I was like, I'm going to get it this time. Get back. I don't get it. And I'm like, okay, another one. And then I lose that one and I go down to 43 after one. And I would just remember like tearing up.
Brutal.
Like,
Brutal. That would be sick to my fucking stomach.
Oh,
Dude,
God.
Why? No.
Yeah, it was.
I got very close myself.
So good.
Lone
I
Wolves
just
was
like
so
had
tight.
random British friends that I remember playing with
Oh, yeah.
every day. I had like a group of 3 British guys that just like always were on and always wanted to play with me. And I was like, man, I never realized we talk about true halcyon days. You said halcyon
Bro.
earlier. That's what that means,
Halcyon
right?
days.
Great days in the past.
I believe
Halcyon.
so.
Yeah. Halcyon.
I've never even heard that.
Like if you were thinking back to like a time in college or high school where it was like the best time of your life, you say that, I think. Halcyon days.
You say that.
You would say that. You'd have
You
to.
say that.
You would have to
You
say
say
that.
that.
Yo, let's end this bitch.
All
Yeah.
right,
Yeah. I got to get going actually to the gym in 5. So
I gotta eat.
great epi though.
All right,
I
welcome,
hope so.
Bokers.
I'm super
Boss, thank
stoked
you so
about
much for
it.
joining
No,
us,
dude,
man.
That was great. Just
We'll
as
have
good
you
as
on
the other
next
one.
time if you'd like. If you'd like to keep
Yeah,
going
no,
on.
like I'm here for whatever you guys need, and I would love to just join you and chat it up.
Yeah, I'd love for you
Hell
to join
yeah.
us every time, bro. Anytime you're free, we'll
Okay,
let you
let's
know when we're
fucking do
recording.
It's good stuff. All right, y'all. Welcome, Boke Forever, motherfuckers. Peace the fuck out.
Peace.